Welcome to another success story from the PIBA community. Today, we have Nitya, whose journey will resonate with many professionals handling multiple responsibilities without a clearly defined business analyst role. While working in a blend of Scrum and analysis related functions, Nitya wanted to strengthen her BA expertise and accelerate her career growth. After joining PIBA, she enhanced her practical BA skills, unlocked senior level opportunities, and achieved significant career progression. Let's hear her inspiring journey. Hello, welcome Nitya. Thank you so much for joining with us today. How are you doing?
Good, and I hope you're also doing very well.
Yes. Thank you so much, Nitya. So, Nitya, let's dive into the conversation right away. So, if you can just introduce yourself and briefly share your career journey, that would be great.
Yeah, so my name is Nitya Jha, and I started my career with Infosys as a senior associate consultant in the banking domain, where I built strong experience in stakeholder management, requirement gathering, and agile delivery. And over time, I transitioned into a dedicated BA role because I enjoy solving business problems and working closely with the stakeholders and technical teams. So my experience spans banking and travel domain right now because currently I'm working as a senior business analyst in Coforge in the travel domain. Yeah. So in my previous role, I got the experience of banking domain, but now I'm working in the travel domain.
Okay, great to know that, Nitya. So, like you mentioned, you previously were working in different roles, handling some part of Scrum or
Yeah.
analysis-based responsibilities. So,
Yes.
and now you're working as a senior business analyst with Coforge. So, again, I just want to understand what made you realize that you need a proper kind of shift to the proper business analyst career path.
Well, in my role at Infosys, I was already contributing to activities that were very close to business analysis, and they were like interacting with the stakeholders, understanding requirements, and clarifying business expectations, coordinating with the technical teams, following agile delivery and the Scrum principles, all those things. But as I was working as a senior associate consultant, so that role was very wide. So the functions which I performed as a business analyst, they just looked like it was like a drop of a ocean. Yeah. And, and then it was like, okay, I was not getting due recognition as a business analyst there. It was like, yes, this was also part of your job. And then I realized that I need a direction which can, where I can say that, yes, I am transitioning in a more structured way where my responsibilities, learning path, and career positioning were, clearly aligned with the BA role. So it was not just the lack of recognition of those things. It was like wanting the right identity and specialization for the kind of work I genuinely enjoy. That's why that motivated me actually.
Okay, great to know that. So, what you did right after you identifying that this is not the exact career trajectory which I am going on.
I was doing these kinds of work, but again, those were, theoretical part. Even though I had this practical knowledge, there was something missing while I was giving the interviews. And that's when I came across PIB through colleague come friend. Yeah, he suggested me to follow the courses and trainings on PIBA. So this was one of the main reasons because I saw him grow in his career path and I was also motivated by him. And when I joined PIBA, so the sessions were very practical and industry oriented. So while following those courses, even I realized, yes, I have performed these works like creating BRD, FRD, all these Scrum ceremonies, all those concepts. Yes, I have followed those things. But again, to develop that top 1% BA thinking, PIBA helped me a lot, especially in terms of problem solving, business impact, and all those things.
Okay, great. So I think BIBA helped you in, understanding the proper structure and
Yeah.
position.
It gave me a kind of confidence that I'm not just a consultant. I can have that mindset as well.
Okay, okay. So I think with that, you got even the clarity with respect to how exactly to position yourself
Exactly.
as a business analyst.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. So, Nitya, take me through your experience with the PIBA. Like, what unique thing again? There are a lot of trainings out there, but what made you feel that okay, PIBA is the right one for me? And was there any part of the session which you loved the most, or which you felt stood out?
Yeah. I would like to thank Debanshu because he was so focused on even the smallest concepts for the BA, the core BA concepts, and he was never like fed up of the questions of the participants. He was answering each and every question, every doubt, and that kind actually stood out because I used to follow recorded sessions due to lack of time as I was working on other projects and all those things. But then I finally decided, yes, my friend also suggested that try these sessions, and he was, confident that you will like this. You will like the way they are teaching and telling the concepts, and giving the assignment, all those things. So that actually stood out for me, and it actually acted as a bridge, the gap between doing the BA related work and actually thinking and presenting myself as a BA. Because before PIBA, I already had the exposure to stakeholder discussion, requirement clarification, coordination with the team, understanding business processes during my time in Infosys. But in PIBA really helped me with the bringing structure to my existing experience. It helped me to understand how those activities I was already performing was mapped to formal BA practices.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really helped me.
Interesting, interesting to know that, Nitya. So, Nitya, like you mentioned about the PIBA journey. So, post your PIBA experience, what were the main changes, or when we talk about the number of offers that you received, or the confidence with respect to the way that you gave an interview? If you can just shed some light on those areas.
Yeah. So before PIB, I used to approach interviews more from a delivery or consulting perspective. So I would explain the task I handled, but I was not always presenting them in a way that clearly highlighted business analysis capabilities. So after the guidance and practical learning from PIBA, the biggest change was in how I structured and positioned my experience. I started understanding how to connect my real project work to core BA concepts like requirement elicitation. Earlier, I used to think that requirement elicitation and requirement gathering are the same thing, but that is not the case. I won't, go into detail because people need to join these courses to understand well. I'm not the correct person to tell these things, but I learned that these are, core concepts. So, for example, instead of saying I coordinated with the teams, I learned to explain how I facilitated stakeholder discussions and clarified business requirements, reduced ambiguity, and improved my contribution with clearer ownerships. That was the major improvement that boosted my confidence. And even during this domain transition discussion, so earlier I used to think that it is a gap while looking for new opportunities. So I was actually targeting only the banking domain BA opportunities. But post these training sessions, I realized that it's okay to transition to other domains as well. It will give me confidence, it will enhance my CV, and it is good for my experience. Yeah, this cross domain exposure is not a gap, it is an opportunity. So that's how, PIV actually, changed my perspective, gave me confidence, and that's how I'm at Coforge now.
Great, great, great. So I think these misconceptions, or these
Yeah,
many people might have the same thing. So I think all of you can listen to what Nitya has mentioned about the domain part and all. Okay.
because it shows that your agility and your will to learn new things. So I think that aspect was also appreciated at Kofos. I really felt that.
Okay. Okay. That's great. So, Nitya, if I ask you like about the offers that you received, you mentioned that currently you are with the Coforce. So, any other offers that you received post the training program?
Post the training program, I also received an interview opportunity from PwC, but things didn't work out because I already accepted offer from Kofos. Yeah, those people are very quick to process all those things.
That's great. But again, so I believe you have that confidence in you,
Yes,
even to, let's say, down the line, let's say in 2 or 3 years, even if you go for the next set of
exactly.
companies, I think you will have the same level of confidence with
Yes,
you.
yes,
Great, great. So Nitya, again, so we are now in this AI-driven time. So we have a lot of AI tools out there in the market, which is helping all of them, not only business analysts, but
yeah,
from a business analyst point of view, how do you see this, AI tools coming, and whether you have some insights on about
yes,
this? Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I have worked with Gemini, ChatGPT, Copilot, all those things during this training program. And I really felt that AI can support our thinking and logical, way how we are trying to solve a problem. But AI is just a helping hand. We cannot fully rely on AI that okay, it will build a document from A to Z. So AI is a helping hand. It is an assistant for us, but it will never replace the BA because I understood that during the training session that we need to, develop that top 1% BA thinking. And I don't think I alone can do that because every project has different requirements. Every requirement and stakeholders have their own expectations. And I don't think a machine can, complete all those expectations. There's a human is needed in the loop.
Yes, yes. Human in the loop is a necessity. And like you said, that consistent updation with respect to all the AI awareness is also something that everybody.
Awareness is important, exactly, because that will actually save our time. So that's where AI comes very handy. Like I said, that it is a good assistant, but it cannot be the complete BA.
Okay, okay. That's great, Nitya. So, Nitya, my last question would be there might be a lot of people facing similar situation like what you were facing
Yeah.
back then. So, as somebody who successfully overcame that, challenge, what would be your advice to them?
Well, my first advice will be please follow this training session. It is very eye opening. It is not like other formal training sessions like pre-recorded sessions. These are the concepts, all definitions, and all those things. No, you will really get the practical insights over here. And I actually I do believe that whenever I need, I can reach out to PIBA family, and they will be very happy to help me out at any point of time. So that kind of support, I don't think others others will ever provide. Then if don't think that if you are not from a technical background or if you are just as a working as a developer or a support technical resource that then you cannot be the good fit for the BA.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sometimes what happens that even those people are already performing the role of a BA. It's just that they are not aware of those things. Yeah, so they can do that mapping all those BA competencies, and then they can focus how to present their experience. And then again, BA will definitely help them. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think mapping out those transferable skills is something which everybody can just try to understand, and then again, having a clear roadmap on how exactly to.
because even a support engineer will be supporting a business requirement.
Correct.
So it is not a thing to be demotivated. Even even once we get the experience of working like this, I don't think that even expensive MBA courses or other courses are also required, because in this industry the skills matters a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sure. Thank you so much for that answer, Nitya. I think, again, so happy to have this conversation with you on what
Same here.
were the challenges that you were facing and how you overcame that and how you're happy with your current job at Coforge. So happy and proud of your achievements, Nitya.
Thank you so much, Rishi. And I also want to, I also wanted to thank you for, guiding to about the resume optimization and the LinkedIn optimization. I was not really aware of that. I was only, following the generic format which I found on Google. So after those resume optimization and LinkedIn optimization, I started getting more calls.
Okay, that's great. Very happy to help on that part, Nitya. So thank you so much. We wish all the best to you for all your future endeavors as well.
Thank
Let's
you.
stay connected so that we
Yes,
can help and support each other in the best possible.
yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nitya. Good day.